Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to episode 60 of the Sharpshooters Podcast. I'm your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky Sharp, aka Mr. B Sharp on the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, and the fives and the six. Sorry, everybody, for my tardiness. Just appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. Y'all already know I got my main guys in the house tonight. Coach Sean in the building.
My broski, how you doing? How you feeling? Everybody out there, how you doing? How you feeling? Let's get it.
We got everybody's favorite Auburn fan in the house. My main man, Ted.
What's the deal? Bransky, Coach Sean, Piano Man. Time to get at it. Time to get at it. Another week.
And you already know the elder statesman, the head man in charge, Piano Man.
What the business is. What's up, brothers? Coach Sean, my favorite Auburn fan, Ted,
Facts.
Yeah.
and to my brothers and sisters out there. Good to see everybody.
Especially all the folks in the chat. Already we got KT. What's going on? Saying hey to Coach Sean,
KT.
Piano Man, and myself. What's going on? You know you good with all of us.
Oh yeah.
Besides that Alabama State, but we ain't gonna go there tonight. Joe Willie, what's going on, man? What's going on? Patriot Life, what's going on, brother? Salute
Rob.
to
you. What's up, Patriot Life? Good to see you.
Roll damn tide.
Travelpreneur.
Travelpreneur, what's going on, brother? You good, man? Y'all just come on in. Sorry for the tardiness. We got to talk about this national championship tonight. Sarah, in the other room.
Sarah.
What's going on?
That's the missus right there, ain't it?
Miss B Sharp.
That's Miss B Sharp.
She said, all right now.
What's up, KT? Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing.
I promise you. Latoya, what's going on?
Hey, Latoya.
Toya.
K Spray, what's going on?
K Spray.
Y'all already know, man. Y'all keep on coming in. PJ, what's going on?
PJ.
Man,
what's up with you?
About to go ahead and get this started. I know one of the guys wanted to be on here.
Coach Carl.
Yeah. What Coach Carl? There you go, man.
There he is.
Coach Carl.
Coach Carl.
Our main guy, man. What's going on?
Facts.
Yeah, man. One of our main guys wanted to be on the show tonight, but he working with the Hawks tonight. My good friend DeHaven. But he got some awesome. Well, ain't even no awesome news. It's finally official, but we're gonna talk about that at the end of the show. Because I said I wanted to announce it on the show, but he ain't here. So it was something that I known for like almost a month now, but now it's official.
Dwight.
Where he? Oh, Dwight. What's going on?
What's up, D?
Hey man, you need to trademark that, Coach Sean. B2A Nation.
Hey, that's Dwight. Dwight came with that, man. I got to get
real.
And Dwight got them skills. And just for everybody to know, on the logo on that channel that I put now up there for this link, that Dwight done that. That boy got some skills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
he ain't got no skill. That boy got some skills, man.
And be sharp, if you don't mind me, Coach Sean, if y'all don't mind me adding this, Dwight is my producer now. He's hooking me up. Man, and so he's the man. And so yeah.
And like 5 minutes, he just threw it. The guy like, man, that's tight, bro. Dwight got them skills, bro.
Oh yeah, man, that's a good brother right there, then, man.
JB, that's the man.
Appreciate you, brother, for supporting the channel, man. All that you do, brother.
Facts, man.
Appreciate all y'all. Come on in.
It's getting crowded in here. There's a Nitra. There's Nitra
going on. But y'all already know, man. We talking about the national championship game. We got good old Ohio State We ain't got Miss Williams
Oh,
yet, so
God.
let's talk about it as quickly as possible before she come in here with all
Oh, she come in here.
Please.
all this
So we can say we the moved on.
before she come in here with all this records.
No,
But
right.
yeah, we got a national championship game with Ohio State, Notre Dame. Everybody pretty much got Ohio State winning the national championship, and I am one of those people. I had them winning. I don't even know the what it's called.
The line.
The spread. Thank you.
The spread.
I think it's double digits, if I ain't mistaken.
You said it's double digits?
I want to say so.
I believe.
Yeah, that one I'm trying to check real quick. Hold on. Where yet? Oh my god. Cause that is crazy that they even have it like that right now. They don't even have it.
It's 8.5.
Minus
8.5.
That's a lot. That's a lot in the sport, man.
2 scores, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you guys think, man? What's your thoughts? What's your previews? What's your keys to victory and all these good things for both teams? The stars we need to look out for.
For me, if you're going left to right, right to left, I guess.
You can go. Anybody can go. Go for
it. When you look at the Ohio State game, that Texas game went by like how we talked about. I picked the Texas to win, but it went down to the T. Let me tell you something. Texas was right there in that game as I thought they would. As I said they would be. With 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, whatever it was, they got down to the 7-yard line, 6-yard line, whatever it was, and got too damn cute. That old Tez, that old how can I say this? That gluteus maximus exit hole got a little tight right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that game before we talk about the national championship game.
And winning time.
Yeah,
hey man, look, Tez, Piano Man, Brinsky, they drove right down the field on them, bro. Right? Got down there, bro. I said, okay, finna tie this thing up with less than 3 minutes, whatever it was to go. Bet. Texas right there. Texas was talent for talent. Got right down there. Oh, gluteus maximus exit hole, ass flex muscles flexed. Got a little tight there, bro. Clenched and tried to do some stupidity. I don't know what that was. You know what I'm saying? It might not even been the 7. It might have been like the 4, if I'm not mistaken. They was right at the goal line practically and started trying to pass the damn football from the shotgun. Now, your right tackle had been Elijah Pritchard the whole game. No disrespect to Elijah, but it's just it is what it is, bro. He was tired. He was lunging. He was getting his ass whipped. I tweeted about it the whole game. 56 looked just like it looks real familiar. That right tackle looked real familiar, bro. So Cat was lunging, reaching. See, when offensive linemen get tired, that's what they do. Coach Carl can tell you. When the offensive line get tired, they start lunging. They start bending over. They don't keep their back straight. They don't keep their pass set straight. His pass set and kick slide was very lazy. And Jack Sawyer took advantage of it, man. And he dipped on him. Got right by him, sacked Quinn, ball comes out. Now you run it back. Now the game and the complexity look totally different. People, if you didn't watch that game, you'd be like, oh, Ohio State kicked their butt. No, Texas was just as physical as them on the defensive line. Quinn Ewers didn't get them beat. Texas was right there. Sark choked at the end of that game. I hate to say it. And they played well. His game script was a lot from the beginning of the game. Got to the last part of the game, bro, and you lost that game right there, man. You know,
it was like, get off your knees, son. You're blowing the game.
Blowing the game.
I promise you, man. One thing I learned, well, I ain't gonna say I learned because I knew that. Because I know on first down they were trying to go straight up the middle, which they almost scored. Which I don't know why they just ain't run 4 straight times. But that's no here, no there. But one thing you do not run is no toss at the goal line. That's one thing you do not run. Once I seen that, I was like, I do not see them scoring right here. And then I think on that third down, you probably could have called, pass interference that looked like he was looking for a call, but it didn't look like it was much. And now it's 4th down, and the right tackle just completely missed Jack Sawyer.
Yep.
Didn't even give the quarterback Quinn Ewers no type of chance to do anything. And he fumbled the ball, man. And that was pretty much it right there, man.
That was it. Yeah.
They had the opportunities to beat those guys, and they just let it go. Them boys just wanted it more.
Had the momentum, Brinsky. They drove right down the field, fellas. You get that super chat.
Yeah, I just about to think. Go ahead.
What's up with you, man? Much love to the One ID EST $50 super chat, Coach Sean. Gentlemen, much respect to Alabama fans this year and OU's first year in the SEC. Much love to Stink Ass Cat. If Ty was here, he would say, "I love that name." You know, shout out to Ty, man. Shout out to Ty. Going to Ty. Much love to you for that $50 super chat. Much love. I know we all appreciate Ty. Appreciate it. Thank you so very much, brother. And OU, listen, man. People can say what they want about OU.
Yep.
OU is gonna be here to stay, bro. They're OU. Yeah. This is not. This
They're
is not
blue blood in college football,
right? This you know, this is not a Vandy 1 year bad or 1 year good. It's OU, bro. They're gonna get the talent. They're gonna be just fine, bro. Trust me. Thank you for that super chat. Much love to you.
But yeah, man. What I was just going. Oh, go ahead, Tez or Piano Man. What's y'all thoughts on that game before we touch that? Well, we can talk about Penn State and Notre Dame too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you got the scores that we gave last week beforehand. But I called this game 28-17 Ohio State.
What did I say? I can't remember. It was very close to that. I remember. I don't remember quite what it was. I picked Texas to win.
Yeah. And I said that because whenever these teams play defense, play the team with some defense. So when Texas played Georgia, they didn't score 20 points. Right. And I thought that Ohio State defense, specifically on the back end, was better than Georgia's defense on the back end. Now, front seven, you may not find a better one than Georgia in the country. But on the back end, I thought that they was a little bit better. So I didn't think that they would score 20 points. I was right on that. This was a physical game, bro. Like this was,
it was
everything you wanted. It looked like SEC football, to be honest. We saw the run game kind of like on both sides kind of struggle a bit. Nobody really leaned on the run. We saw Ohio State win without Jeremiah Smith. Just like Coach Sean said last week. Bracket him. They're going to take him out of the game. He wasn't there. Whenever you can get a team to win when their best threat is non-existent, that's a pretty good team. I'm a little indifferent about the call from Sark. He messed up a lot of more plays. The reason why I say that, I don't mind a sweep in the goal line situation if you're gonna get under center. Right? He ran this from like the shotgun, right? That's never going to work. Like because we've all seen it 100 times. Like a team get to the one, they get under center, they run a toss. You bring all the defense into the box, you run a toss, and the guy walk in. We've seen that 100 times. It happens all the time in football. So the toss is the idea to go toss. I don't really blame them. It's just the formation. You're at the 4-yard line. You go in the shotgun. You back away. You run this little toss play. It makes absolutely no sense. And then we saw what Sawyer did. Maybe one play later? Was it the next play, or did they run another play in between that? Whatever he did, but we saw what Sawyer did. Came down to that defensive touchdown. He goes 95 yards. And it was fitting his story. Like they talked about it after the game, just how he was the one that was showing all the emotion when Michigan planted the flag. He was the one that was pissed off about it. He was the guy that was all in the news. And it was just fitting for him to get that moment, man, to run that back to seal the game for them. I mean, storybook career for that guy. But that game went about like we all kind of, if you watched the show last week, we all kind of said that this game would go exactly like that. And to Coach Sean's point, Sark, yeah, he kind of froze up, and it's a credit to Ohio State's defense, right? Like they said in the post game, the guy says, "Hey, you give us an inch, we'll defend that inch." They've had a great goal line defense all year, and that's probably what happened to Sark. He got down there and he didn't believe that he could run the ball in. He didn't believe he could just out physical them to get the ball in the end zone. So he resorted to tricks, and when you try to live like that, especially in the red zone, when it doesn't go well, we seen what happened. It looks ugly. Everybody questioning you, call you stupid. But this should be a note to everybody when you're thinking about your team's offense, your team, whatever team that may be. You think about your team's offense is, can they be physical in the red zone and run the ball and get easy points, or do they have to resort to trickery to get 1, 2, 3 yards when everybody knows that's where they got to go? And we saw what Sark thought of his team at that point. He didn't think that they could get the job done. And hey, it is Ohio State's defense is great. Like, what can I say? It's easy to look in hindsight, though. Like, the benefit of hindsight is easy. I don't know what he couldn't have got it. They wouldn't have got it in there running the ball up the middle, running ISO. They wouldn't have gotten the end zone in the traditional way. He had to come up with something. Now I'm not a fan of what he came up with. You know what I'm saying? With those receivers and that talent, I was thinking maybe he tried to run like some pick plays or some you see a lot in college football, but he didn't really do that. He decided to go toss in that situation.
Tez, look at Coach Carr's comment to you, Tez, if you see that.
Let me see. If that you run the ball, period.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess what he's saying to that sideline defense was probably going to be sweep was probably going to be over with.
Yeah, it's pick your poison though. It's like
pick your poison.
Yeah, it's not like they had Marshawn Lynch back there. You know what I'm saying?
I give you that, and you just matter of fact, they ran that I think they ran that tush push like 2 or 3 times that game. So there's no way, man, you could have put Arch back there. Or
that's what I was surprised they didn't do. That's what I was expecting.
Tight end in that position and just push and get into the end zone. You can get a yard.
Facts.
You can get 1 yard.
It was 4 yards though. That's from the 4. When they ran the toss.
No, they got put behind. They was at the 2. No, they was at the 1 yard line on second down.
Oh, was it 1? Okay, 1 yard.
No, it was first and goal from the 1. But when they ran the toss play, it was they lost 4. They had lost 3 yards, so they ran that from the 4.
What, you talking about the toss play?
Yeah.
No, they ain't lose no yards on the first one because they was almost in with Jared Gibson. I would have went
quarterback sneak.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't make $7 million to call play.
Man, I'm telling you right now. I am running that tush push, first down, second down, third down, and fourth down.
I bet you start thinking about it now, guys. I bet you he
No, he is.
He definitely is.
And that's why I said, man, I'd rather lose by 50 than lose like that, because you're gonna be questioning yourself with all the little things. Man, if I would have just did that, man, we would have been in a better position.
That's fair.
They had Ohio State on the rope.
They had him right down the field, bro.
They had him right where they wanted him.
Because when Golden came back out there, it was just like they just started clicking again, man.
Yep.
Because you could tell that was a mismatch for them, but he was out most of the game, and they got the touchdowns that they were supposed to get. And then I don't know, man. That was just a bonehead play, and he's so much better than that, man. I seen this man call one of the best games ever in the history of college football when we played Ohio State in the national championship game. That was like the most perfect game ever.
You see what James said about that short yardage? He's 100% correct, man. That was
a second down play. First and goal, they ran with Jack Gibson for no gain.
Ohio State coming off tackle, Ted. They running power.
That's what I'm saying. They was at the 1 yard line, and then
They went Jack Gibson from the 1. They got stopped. Then they ran that toss play to Weaver.
And that's what I'm
7
saying.
yards.
That's what put them in behind when they could have literally just hit that tush push and get in there.
Then they ran a pass incomplete to Ryan Wingo on 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
And that was the one that I thought that was they could have.
Then we all know
called pass interference, and then the rest is history, man. It was just like, bro, it was just a terrible game. But
thank Piano Man.
I would have loved to see
my fault.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I'm enjoying listening to y'all, but y'all know how I am. I'm very technical. Let's go back to what led up to, because Coach Sean talked about how they marched down the field. Actually, Texas made it harder on themselves than if anybody. My favorite play of the night was the delayed pass to the tight end, and he got loose down the sideline. And Caleb Down went to hit him, and he did the Derrick Henry on it, just shoved him off. And when he shoved him off and he went out of bounds, or the other dude tackled him, he pointed at Caleb Downs, and they threw the flag on him, backed him up some yards, came right back the very next play, and Golden got loose. The point that I'm making is Ohio State had no answer for their passing attack at that point. They had no answer for their offense at all. So by the time they drove it down to the 1 yard line, you can look at Ohio State. I looked at their body language. They were tired, they were frustrated, and they were desperate.
Because they were scared too.
And they were very scared. And the thing was, they had to do something to change the course of the game. I'm with y'all. Run the football. I've never been an East-West guy unless I was watching USC and they were running a student body right, student body left from an I formation. But that's back then. This is now. Ohio State shot the gap. Elijah Pritchard 2.0 was at the he couldn't handle Jack Sawyer right then. The rest is history. So on the short, I did the power of a mistake. Texas made too many mistakes down the stretch, whether it was on the field or whether it was from the sideline calling plays. Too many mistakes. And guess what? And Ohio State capitalized on them. So if I'm not mistaken, I predicted the score would be 41-20, something of that nature. I knew Ohio State would put 40 points on the board. I saw it coming, but I didn't know it would come like that. I thought it would, because I thought Jeremiah would do his thing. Like Coach said, they bracketed him. So it was a good game. Did I want Ohio State to win? No. Did I want Texas to win? No. But somebody had to win. Man, I predicted Ohio State, and it went about the same as I thought it would go. But bad play calling down the stretch doomed Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
Man. This game, I was enjoying it too, man, because I was like, man, can this game live up to the game we about to talk about in a minute at Notre Dame and Penn State? And it did. It was living up to it, man. Not like on entertainment value for the most part, because that one was like super tight. But before we get into that game, I know we're gonna be talking about the NFL playoffs too, just a little bit. Everybody put your teams in the chat so we'll know, because unlike these guys up here, we got Steelers up here, we got 49ers up here. But you know what? Those guys not in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs from Washington Commanders. I just want to show out for my team because we won our first playoff game in the last 20 years. And you know the last time that was, I was a freshman in high school. Matter of fact, that was 2005. I was in the 8th grade going into high school. That's how long ago it's been. So I am bragging on my team, and I'm talking bad about their team. But we'll get that. That's no here, no there. That's no here, no there. That's my quarterback.
I just want to say this.
Go ahead.
Because I told my boys I was going to say it, and it's just the truth. Dwight, my brother, And I hope Ebony ain't in here. So let me get it out before she get in here. And I speak for me and my brother Piano Man and my brother Coach Al. We got lashes put to our asses, straight up. And we felt every damn one of them. Ass cheeks red as hell, right? I was thoroughly pissed with that game. We was texting about it, and I did not enjoy it. I didn't like Arthur Smith. I thought Nick Sheridan was in the damn booth calling plays. I believe Nick Sheridan just following me and trying to persecute me. That's what I believe. He trying to persecute me, bro. He was in the Steelers booth calling plays. That's what it was. I'm convinced, Ted. You can't convince me otherwise. Sheridan was in that gum booth calling plays for the Ravens. I mean, for us.
Oh man.
So I hope we get rid of Arthur Smith and you let him go to, because we look like the Tennessee Titans offense, the Falcons offense from a few years ago. You can definitely tell that guy is not creative at all. He only understands first down. He does not understand third and short, third and long, and it just was absolutely terrible. They put Russell Wilson in a terrible position, right? We could not stop Derrick Henry, right? For what reason you game plan to stop Lamar all season? Derrick Henry has been their key. When that cat go for 100, they're undefeated. No matter what Lamar does. I love Lamar. Love him. But when Derrick Henry get his carries, they have not lost.
Right.
So I say stop Derrick and just pick your poison with Lamar in the pass game. We didn't do that. We tried to stop Lamar in the pass game, and Derrick Henry went stupid. By the time we tried to line up with single high safety and put some extra resources in the box, it was too many lashes on the ashes by that time. Game was over. So we took the L, man, and I'm the damn disgusted about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Mel Blunt, Rod Wilson, Green, Mean Joe Green.
Yeah.
All Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, all of them.
Greg Lloyd. Man, my brother.
All of them pissed off.
James Harrison.
James Harrison.
And James Harrison. Dwight
I grew up on that's still a team. James Harrison, them. That,
Well, see, I grew up with Dwight White, L.C. Greenwood, Joe Green, Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, Andy Russell, Mel Blunt, all them cats. The Steel Curtain. That's what I grew up with. Man, what's his name? Lamar Jackson still would have been crying when them brothers got through with him. He still would have been crying. He would have been crying this time next season if they got hold to him.
Hey,
they don't make them like they used to.
Shout out to Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried, man.
That's
a big boy coming at you, bro.
For proving Ryan Clark wrong. If he did that to Minka Fitzpatrick, what do you think he's gonna do to you, Ryan?
Facts, man.
Bulldoze him over, man. That was I never understood that when he said that, because ever since he talked crazy about it, I was like, bro, this is Derrick Henry, right, bro? Nobody wants to see this man in the open field. Like, you better get him before he cranks up.
Exactly.
Because if he's running full speed, I don't think you want to get in front of him.
And Minka Fitzpatrick is one hell of an open field tackle.
That's the whole fact. I think Minka got off balance and tackled him a little, tried to tackle him a little too high. You know what I'm saying? With Derrick, you just got to go on. They always laugh at people that try to go for ankles and toes and feet. You just got to do that with Derrick. You stop the feet, you stop him. You try to tackle him from waist up, you asking for it, bro.
You wasting your time.
Wasting your time. Yeah.
True.
I watched this man stiff arm. What's my man from the Buffalo Bills, Josh Norman? I swear he stiff armed him 6 yards. Like mushed him.
It's just like Eddie George, man. You could have run back that tall, that runs straight up and down like that, man. You got to take their legs out.
Yeah,
man. Hold on. I really want to mess with KT about this. When I got a thing about the Jets. Anytime I say the Jets, I have an E at the end. I say Jete Jets. It's a reason why, because if y'all go look at I forgot Cuz name. He used to play for the Jets. And they had the NFL draft, and you know how some of the players come up there, they just do their things, talk all crazy or whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, with the such and such pick, the Jete Jets.
Who was that? Who was that? He
I
played for
forgot his
Auburn.
name, bro. Like, man, that jump was so funny. His last name is Richardson. That's the only thing I can tell you. And he used to play fullback. That was by far the funniest thing I've seen. Cause I was like, bro, you didn't practice this before you came out here. I'm telling you, it's on YouTube. Y'all just go look at it. And I ain't gonna call you out, Gil. I see you over there flirting in the chat, but there's no here, no there. But
Hey, leave my brother alone now. Them my brothers now.
that man a
That's
smooth
my brother.
operator, boy.
That's my boy there.
Yeah, OG Gill.
That's OG Gill. Get up off my boy.
Hey, boy, that boy is a smooth operator. But I ain't gonna say who he messing with, but she know. Man, I'm like, man, I'm just looking at this. I'm like, man, we talking about sports, man. Let me get off of it, man. I'm player hate. But Penn State, Notre Dame, classic. The game was clearly one of those games, man. I thought this is gonna be a defensive game, and I will pat myself on the back on this one because I did call a great score on this one, and I need to look it up. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up in just a second and see what all our scores was on this. But I know I was pretty damn close on this one. But man, this was the most entertaining second half I've seen all of the college football playoffs. And Drew Adler need to get with a QB coach as fast as possible because they really saved him in this game from like 5 interceptions. And 2 of them was called back. But man, what y'all thought on this game was before we get to the national championship game?
For me on this game, I think my score was 30-27 or 31-27. It was 27-24. I said this game is going to be very, very close. I picked Penn State to win because I thought their running game would eventually overcome Drew Aller's mistakes. And if you look at the stats, if I remember, I looked at them earlier. Both backs had right at 90 yards. One was 84, one was 80 something. Both of them had over 15 carries, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 carries.
Yep.
Those backs for Penn State outshined the Notre Dame backs. Notre Dame backs didn't have 50 yards apiece at all. The game went like I thought, right? It's just, man, James just some of his offensive decisions they couldn't overcome them toward the end. And you let Notre Dame has an outstanding. I didn't realize this boy that good. I had to do my research on him. Notre Dame has an outstanding field goal kicker. This kid is probably gonna get, he probably gonna play in the league. He's there. What was our field goal kicker from a few years ago? That was awesome. That didn't miss, but a couple of times.
Will Reichert. Right?
He's there. Will Reichert. I mean, this kid kicked us 50, whatever it was, 56, 55, 57, whatever it was, yard field goal to give them pretty much the end up win. But the game went by like how all of us said. I think all of our scores were very close on this game. And game was very close. When you look at Riley Leonard's stats, I think he threw for like 2 something. And Drew Aller, of course, didn't have a good game. But the running game for Penn State really kept them in that game. They kept Notre Dame off balance. I knew Penn State was going to be able to run the football effectively. It's just it came down to the very, very end, man. Penn State made a mistake, gave them an opportunity to kick the field goal, and you see the score. I think the score was 27-24. Last second field, not last second, but end of game field goal, and that's how it went, man. It went very close to how all of us talked about.
Go ahead, T.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, just like Coach Sean said. In this game, what's funny about this game, I think I picked, I want to say my score was 32-35.
Yeah.
Right? But I also picked the overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I said this game probably gonna go to overtime, and I'm watching.
Damn, they went to overtime.
I'm like, man, I didn't expect it to really happen.
Yeah.
But this was almost an overtime game.
Yeah.
He come through with a clutch field goal in the end. I mean, just piggybacking off what Coach Sean said, those running backs, Nick Singleton and Allen, those boys, carried this team to that. And then they just announced, I think both of them just announced they're coming back for another year.
Ain't that that's crazy? Crazy.
You know what to expect when you play them next year. They're gonna run the ball. Like Brinsky said, Drew Aller probably needs to do some work, man. Not completing a pass to a receiver is crazy.
Crazy.
And it's something that I didn't realize watching the game until afterwards. They put the stat up. I'm like, he didn't? And looked at it like, nah, he didn't.
5-star quarterback.
Yeah. Shout out to Notre Dame though. Shout out to I want to give a shout out to Leonard Moore. Right. Freshman cornerback, number 15. They didn't even look this kid's way. All right. I'll be interested in this next game to see which matchup he draws.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that number one cornerback as a freshman. So I don't know if he'll draw the number one. But man, this kid is 6'1", 200-something pounds.
Baller.
And he is a blanket, man. I didn't know he was that good. But yeah, this game went exactly like we said. The running game was going to be prevalent. Both quarterbacks needed to play well in order to win. Drew Aller played not so well. Ryder Leonard gave you a little bit more, but I wouldn't say he just had the game of his life either. But Notre Dame, again, is a very disciplined, well-coached team. You can see that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're going to be bringing into the next round, a well-coached team. So, I mean, not much more than that, man. Like I said, Coach Sean already said pretty much everything that I was going to say. That running game.
Running game is important. I'm with Coach Sean and Tez, but I picked Penn State to win. I said that I felt like that their look needed to change, but I should have known better because Drew Allaire is not a good quarterback, and you got to have balance, So run game can only take you so far. It can't take you over the hump. I mean, it works, but you also need to balance it out with a passing game. Now, the funny part that happened today, and I know we'll probably talk about it a little bit later on, but the funny part that happened today is that when Drew Allaire announced that he was going to really come back, Penn State's number one receiver, I think I read somewhere, he went to transfer portal. He didn't want to stay. So Coach Tez and Coach Sean are right. Drew Allaire needs to go to somebody's football camp and let's get this done because Penn State is right there for the future, but it's all going to depend on how Allaire goes from there. So, like Ted said, the game went by like what we said, and no surprises. The only difference for me was Notre Dame won there at the last. So I believe that the key for Notre Dame from here on out, and even into next year, depending on if this field goal kicker is a senior or not, he's going to be their main. He's their most valuable player. That's my opinion. He's their most valuable player because he's kept them in. That's not the only game that he's kept them in. So it went. What more can you say? Running games dictated the game, and so very little passing. So just looking forward to the next game.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a big time game, and the game that we definitely here to talk about, the national championship game, Ohio State, Notre Dame. Like I said, Ted said it was a 8-point. Notre Dame is an 8-point underdog, which is a lot of points for all you betting fans out there, which we already know. But it's going to be a real interesting game, man. I'm just so many matchups. Only thing I'm concerned about right now, I just get mine out the way. Will Notre Dame offense keep up with Ohio State offense? And can that Notre Dame defense slow them down? I believe if Notre Dame can get Ohio State to play that game, they will win this game. That's the only way, because it's just too much firepower on Ohio State side. And the only weak link that I had since day one is Will Howard. He's the only weak link. Everything else is solid everywhere. They have everything you need on the defensive end and on the offensive end. Will Howard's the only weak link to me. And Marcus Freeman, I believe, is a great coach. We got a brother coaching in the national championship game. First time ever. So definitely proud about that. And just want to get a quick shout out to one of the homies, Auburn Addicts, DC up in the building, man, saying what's up,
DC?
fella.
What's up,
Hey,
DC?
what's up, bro?
I don't like all that Auburn stuff on these channels, man. We don't like that. So they want to get that understood, man. Get that off there. KT had a question. Said, y'all think Marcus Freeman is taking the NFL gig after this? I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but Notre Dame, the way he got Notre Dame right now, it all depends if he want to deal with NIL and all this stuff. It's a toss-up right now. It's a win-win for him regardless. He's one of the hottest coaches right now. So It's a win-win for him. It ain't like you going into a bad situation. Like he can stay in Notre Dame. You can still you're not playing a conference schedule. You're gonna play some mediocre teams. You'll probably get in the playoffs every year, more than likely, because you're not playing in a conference game. Then if you go to Chicago, you got Caleb Williams and you got a great defense with the Chicago Bears. So yeah, it's a lot, man.
For me, I think Marcus stay at Notre Dame. The NFL players, man, they don't really give a damn what you done in college. They don't care. That means nothing to them. Trust me, they don't.
Facts.
These are facts.
They do not. And remember this, man. A lot of people don't know this, but Notre Dame can match the NFL in whatever they give Marcus.
Whatever.
That is very true.
Trust me.
Exactly.
They want to give him $12 million. They'll fart that out. That's nothing to that school. Trust me. I think the cachet he's built up at Notre Dame is going to be so big. I think he stays. Those players, man, I don't know if people know this. And if you played any sport, it don't have to be football. You know how it is when you really respect your coach, when you really respect him. Man, you willing to shed tears for this man. When that man walked through that door after Brian Kelly left, did you see those players?
Yep.
Man, that was genuine, real respect and love. And those players give love to the Lord himself right there on national TV. And they love their coach, man. They love their coach. So I think Marcus Freeman is the hottest coach in the league in the college football. I think he's well deserved because he took over a Notre Dame program that Brian Kelly left practically bare. Their quarterback situation was awful. Their offensive line situation was awful. Their skill position was awful. Look at Notre Dame now, bro. What I like about Notre Dame is they're not flat. They know exactly who they are, bro. They know exactly who they are. They play hard-nosed defense. They play really, really well. And what they do best, I think he stays there. I think Notre Dame has made the bed nice and soft for him. He's a big time. If that brother bring a championship, at this point, Notre Dame they've won at this point. Notre Dame doesn't have to share their pot with anybody. They don't have to split it amongst 14, 15 schools. They keep every dollar for themselves. That will help their NIL. That will help them next year for recruiting. So it's a win for them at this point. It's just like Colorado with Coach Sanders. Say what you want, but they've already won. They've won already. So I'll be pulling for him, man. I'll definitely be pulling for Notre Dame to win this game. And yes, but I do think they have an opportunity. I think they got to play. As far as them in Ohio State, my take is I think they got to play. They got to slow the game down. They don't want to get in a scoring match with Ohio State. I think Notre Dame is going to have to bracket. To me, that's the only way to stop. I said this last week. That's the only way you can stop Jeremiah Smith is to bracket him with with underneath and over the top coverage. I don't think you can play him in man the entire game and be successful. His routes ain't all that crisp. I watched him on a all 22 tape. His routes ain't all that. It's just the velocity he run the routes with, and the boy hands, and he's athletic as hell, man. And
Yeah.
what I like about him, he catch the ball over the middle. A lot of young receivers don't want to do that. This kid ain't scared to get hit. He's not afraid to get hit. And those kind of receivers always make for the big. He remind me of AJ Brown when he was at Ole Miss. This kid will go over the middle. He can take the top off the defense. He'll block. He'll do all of that. He's not afraid to get skin up out there. He ain't flashy. He ain't worried about the camera and all this extra stuff. He don't give a damn about that. That kid just want to play ball. I seen his elbow, big old gash out of his elbow when he caught a touchdown. I guess it might have been burned from the field. I don't know what it was, but he had like he didn't feel it. Blood on his pad. He don't care. That's a football player, man. He ain't out there to be seen. He out there to dominate his opponent. And so I think Ohio State, if they don't piss the bed, they may win this game because they're very, very talented on all facets of the game. But Notre Dame can make this thing interesting, man. They can make this thing interesting if they play their game.
Facts. Kind of the same, man. When I look at Notre Dame, even just going back to the quarterbacks in the Notre Dame Penn State game, I do, and it's going to lead up to what I'm going to say about Ohio State. I do want to give a little bit of grace to these quarterbacks because if you watch the defenses that they called, both teams just brought pressure the entire game. Both of these quarterbacks got beat the hell up this entire game last game. Notre Dame's MO is that, I don't expect them to change. I know, Coach Sean, you said that you expect them to bracket Jeremiah. That's the only way to stop him. How do you do that when you've been running the same defense the entire year and it's gotten you to where you're at right now?
It can be done. It can be done, down in distance. I'm afraid for them to. I'm just afraid for them. I think you at least try. I mean, I think you're right to a certain extent. You come out and be who you are. And if
that's an age-old question. It's like, do you do what got you there or do you do what's smart?
Yeah. Anytime you play dominant players like that, you got to try to take them out the game. Yeah. Because that kid can change the whole game, man, that.
I agree. One thing I know about them is they're going to bring pressure. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're going to bring pressure. They're going to hit Will Howard. Will Howard is going to have to play a good game. They have the ability on defense to make Will Howard look pedestrian. Will Howard himself has the ability to make himself look pedestrian. So when you combine that, there's a path for Notre Dame to win this game. I know a lot of people saying Ohio State big because they got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
There is a path for Notre Dame to win this game in a game that looks a lot like the game we just watched, a 27-24 game.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, I look forward to another physical game, right? We saw a physical game, Ohio State versus Texas. Notre Dame versus Penn State was another physical game. This game is going to be no different. They're going to get after it. It's going to be a physical game. Like I said, I gave Leonard Moore a shout out from the corners. Marcus Freeman really trusts these corners, right? Just if you look at how they play defense, you got to have trust in your corners to play defense like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, this is a completely different animal, though. This is a completely different animal. They not only have one receiver that is pretty much requires you to double them, they have two. And if Cornell Tate is on, you might want to send some help against him too. Like they have the weapons to blow the top off this game or any game that they play. But I think that Marcus Freeman, with some time to study him, and with the brand of football that they like to play, they can make this game very, very interesting. And to the point about him leaving, I think he stays at Notre Dame because Notre Dame isn't one of those schools that's massively affected by the transfer portal. I think it's because of the fact that they don't have to split the pie. They're not in the conference, kind of like Coach Shun said. College coaching jobs, people are kind of running from them now, like some of them. But I think Notre Dame is one of those jobs, and what he's built, he'll probably stay there. But yeah, I don't know if we're giving score predictions right now, but I'll just give you guys a hint. It's gonna be my score is gonna be probably really close game.
Yeah.
One thing I was waiting on one of y'all to say it, so I guess I'll say it. In my opinion, the difference maker is going to be one of Notre Dame's strength. Everybody talks about their defense, but what I'm impressed with Notre Dame is their special teams.
Yeah.
Those dudes have a tendency, they can bust it on you at any time. It doesn't matter who you are. They got some cats back there that can go get it, especially on the kickoff return and even on their punt team. I think that's going to be that could be the difference in the game. Don't know, you know, depends on how the complexion of the game goes. But Notre Dame's special teams, you might want to keep your eye out for them because uh, they might catch Ohio State sleeping right there. Because sometimes you need that spark. You need that spark to kind of wake up. And that's what Notre Dame has done the last couple of games. Their special teams have kept them in the game and put them over the top in certain games. So I think that's something we have to keep an eye out on. And then both of you brought up Will Howard and Riley Leonard. I'm just going to use this word. Whichever quarterback is the most consistent at the time, that's going to be the quarterback that's going to lead the team to victory. So, because both the defenses are going to play lights out. They're going to put pressure on both Will Howard and Riley Leonard. But which quarterback is going to be able to respond? And I think that's where it's going to come down to. So whichever quarterback responds, and I believe whoever special teams comes up with some big plays down the stretch or somewhere in the game, that's who's going to take the game. I'm with you, Tez. I think the game is going to be closer than what people think is going to be. But I think those two elements, from my perspective, the quarterbacks being consistent and the special team play, I think that's what's going to make the difference in the game.
Let me say this for you
Oh,
real
go ahead,
quick, Brinsky. Remember this too, guys. These guys, Notre Dame run a lot of. They run a lot of inside zone, right? But they'll come out in 12 personnel too. For the 12 personnel is, for those that don't know, is one back and two tights. Teams that run 12 personnel have had a lot of success against Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. When Texas came out heavy, they had some success. Hitting the shallow crosses with their tight end that pointed at Caleb Downs and got them a penalty. 12 personnel has given Ohio State some problems, all season long, man. The Indiana actually had some success early running 12 personnel against this team, but then they tried to go spread for some reason, and their speed just didn't match. Ohio State was killing them after that. Then they tried to go back to 12 personnel, and it was too late because the game sort of got out of hand a little bit. So Notre Dame will come out heavy on them, man, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So it's just like Ted said, just like Piano Man said, Brinsky, it's a path for this team to win, man. They just got to go do it. This is one last game for all the marbles. Lay it all out there, man. There is no game after this, so lay it all out there.
Yeah.
And
I know one of.
Go ahead. My fault.
I was about to say, I know one of the advantages that Ohio State has is that they don't have to blitz to bring pressure.
Yep.
They do not have to blitz to get to your quarterback. They can rush for and get just as much pressure as Notre Dame can generate when they bring 5-6 players. So that's going to be something interesting to watch. If Notre Dame can get something going in the running game, it's gonna give them some trouble. Like Coach Sean said, if they can come out there at 12 personnel, those shallow crosses, they can get some going in the running game and turn this game into a physical boxing match, blow for blow, with the special teams play that they have. There's a realistic path for Notre Dame to win this game.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, and you know what else? And when you bring it up like that, from that perspective, I'll go ahead and call it out. Ohio State's DBs are good, but they can be beat. They can be beat. And let's go back to the Texas game for just a second. When they come up in a particular defense where they blitzing, I know you said they didn't have to blitz, but for the lack of a better term, I just call it blitzing. When they have to bring Caleb Downs the way that they did, for the most part, they balled him like that because he was getting beat. He was getting manhandled back there because those receivers from Texas was manhandling Caleb Downs. So it's a strong possibility that the receivers from if they're physical and get physical with those DBs from Ohio State, Ohio State could be in for a long night, and that puts pressure on the D line and the linebackers. That puts a lot of pressure on them because it brings an imbalance, and that's what Ohio State, in my opinion, they can't afford that. So they're going to have to play a tight game. So you're right, Coach says they may not bring that blitz, but Coach Sean and you talking about that 12 personnel. If that brings problems, Ohio State could be in for a long night.
That's a whole fact.
Now this was y'all made some awesome points. And this is what everybody wants to know: predictions, scores, all the good things, and who's taking home the MVP, offense and defense for whatever team you pick. So we'll start with Piano Man. Go on ahead.
I'm gonna go back on my soapbox. Do I want Notre Dame to win? No. Do I want Ohio State to win? Definitely no. I wish they gonna jump in the lake somewhere and don't never come back up with nothing. Man, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm sadistic. I can't stand Ohio State, man. And my mama went to school that, huh?
What Ohio State do to you, man?
That's what
They just you know what? I'm gonna tell you when I fell out with Ohio State, man, and y'all probably wasn't even on the map yet, but here you go. Is when Woody Hayes hit that dude, Charlie, whatever his name is from Clemson. Go back and look at the film. That's when I fell out with Ohio State back in the 70s, man. And I ain't liked them since then. You can, man. I'd rather kiss an octopus in the mouth before I root for Ohio State. But you know,
all the animals, man.
Well, I just don't like them. But I think that at the end of the day, $20 million that you spent to put this team together. I know I know Notre Dame can match them dollar for dollar, but I don't think Notre Dame can match them talent for talent. I think that's where the difference is going to come in. So score. Ohio State 36. I believe Notre Dame 21. I think that the defense down the stretch for Ohio State is going to be where the difference comes in. 36-21, Ohio State. MVP on the offense, I think Will Howard's going to take it. Defense, Jack Sawyer.
I wouldn't be surprised there. Ted?
Oh, man. So I don't think that I think Ohio State scores in the 20s. You know, I'm gonna give them like a 24, something around there, mid 20s. I think Notre Dame's defense is too good for them to put up 30, 40 points on this defense. So I think they score in the 20s. The question is can Notre Dame generate enough offense to score more than that? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because I want Marcus Freeman to win. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm going to make a case for Notre Dame because I want to see Marcus Freeman win the national championship. I want to see a black coach win it. And I think that same score as the Penn State game. I'm taking 27-24 Notre Dame in this game. And as far as MVPs, if Notre Dame's gonna win this game, Riley Leonard has got to be the MVP. So I think he's got to have a great game. So I think he takes on the offensive MVP, defensive MVP. I'm gonna go with I don't know the kid's name, but he's a linebacker, number 24 for Notre Dame. I think he's been there like 5 years. I heard 4 years during the broadcast says he's been there forever. So I'm gonna go with him. I don't know his name. I have to look it up. But number 24 on defense is I think it's gonna be defense MVP.
I think that's Matthews. No, not Matthews. McDonald. It might be Jeremiah Matthews. I'm not sure.
You said Ohio State, right?
No, for Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame. Okay, I don't know.
Because I'm about to say, I thought, yeah, because I know that's Matthews on.
It's Matthews. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta look that up because I can't tell you.
It's Jack Kaiser.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
He had 10 tackles in the Penn State game.
Shout out to our main guy, Coach Al.
Al.
Man, hope you're feeling better, brother.
Coach Al.
That snow cleaned up out there, man. You guy up here, man. You guy. Your favorite Auburn fan, man. He up here, man.
When you gonna come up here and be on the panel with me, Coach Al?
And that's
we got to make that happen, man.
Yes.
And he an HBCU alum, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, man. He went to Jackson State.
Yep.
So you got no Coach Brown.
I love.
I love. Yeah. What's your prediction, Coach?
I was kind of like Tez. I actually wrote it down 27-24, but I'm gonna go Ohio State, man. I'm pulling for let's be clear. I want Notre Dame to win this game because I'd love to see Marcus Freeman get one. I'm not a Notre Dame fan by any damn stretch of the imagination, but my affinity for Ohio State just might be a little less than it is for Notre Dame. So what Water Cooler Talk podcast, much love, you know what I mean? So, not a fan of either, but I'd rather see Notre Dame win this game. Even if Marcus Freeman wasn't there, I would rather see Notre Dame win than Ohio State, right? Just me. I'll be pulling for somebody, and I'll be pulling for Notre Dame in this game. But I do think Ohio State pulls it out in the end. I just think that front, man, with JT Tuimoloau, man, them boys is good, man. Them boys is good, bro. And you can't. Here's the problem with that. You can't double both defensive ends. Jack Sawyer, JT Tuimoloau. You got to pick your poison, man. Bishop Frank, much love, brother. If you want to chip with a tight end and keep a tight end in 12 personnel, cool. But you can't block both of these guys. Somebody gonna be singled up at some point. And JT Tuimoloau, I actually like him better than Jack Sawyer. I think he better against the run than Jack Sawyer. JT is a big old kid, man.
He's a bigger kid.
Yeah, man. And I think down the stretch, even if Notre Dame gonna fight tooth and nail with him, and I'm hoping Notre Dame's run game will at least keep them off balance for Riley to make some plays here and there. But I think it's gonna be maybe 27-24 Ohio State. And I'm sort of picking Ohio State because my two prior teams I picked have lost. So maybe if I picked Ohio State this time, they'll lose. So my quiet voice want Notre Dame to win 27-24, but I'm gonna pick Ohio State 27-24. Hope some superstitious energy come in there and carry over from these last two games. But if I'm being technical, Ohio State is very good up front. If you attack them, I think you can attack them when they're in man coverage. But the thing about it is these guys, I don't know if Notre Dame, just like Ted said, I don't know if Notre Dame has the firepower just to line up and attack them like that. I think they'll try the same thing Texas did and try to bracket Smith at times with some underneath and over. I don't think you can play that kid one-on-one the entire game. He's destined to get by your corner at some point. He's destined to get it. You play zone, he's going to get in a spot. He's going to get into space. You play man, he's going to run by your corner. They just one of those kids, man. You don't see these kind of freshmen all the time. I just believe Jeremiah Smith is not the kind of cat. Nobody's dealing all season. I have no reason to think Notre Dame is going to do it. Even they have, he's played much better secondaries than theirs, and absolutely ate. Yep. So they're going to have to do something. You got to play Jeremiah Smith like the NFL would play him. You have to take away their best option. That's how Texas almost beat Ohio State. You have to try to at least take away their best option, man. Yes, they have great running backs, but you play other teams with great running backs. Penn State had great running backs. I don't think Notre Dame will fear the running backs. I think Notre Dame's defensive front will stop the run as best they possibly can, but I don't think they've played nobody that can stretch the field the way Jeremiah Smith has. If you out there on the island with your corner playing press, man, that's a dangerous sight. I'm telling you, you don't play perfect leverage and have great foot speed and be physical and jam that kid or some kind of way to get him off his route, you're gonna be looking at the back of his jersey. So I'm hoping Notre Dame win this game. My heart is pulling for Notre Dame, but I think Ohio State win 27-24.
Yeah, I agree.
You said 27-24?
Yeah, I had that same score.
Who you got winning offensive and defensive MVP? And Frank, appreciate you, brother, man. Always appreciate your support, man.
Defend. I got JT Tuimoloau as my defensive MVP. And I think if there was an offensive MVP for Ohio State, I'd give it to the quarterback. And when I say MVP, I mean he just play efficient, nothing spectacular. 22 of 28, 220 yards and a touchdown. Nice and efficient. Don't get them beat, and that'll be good enough for me, against a team like Notre Dame. That's as aggressive as they are.
Yeah. Well, mine has. Go ahead.
No, I was about to ask, do y'all think that Notre Dame can replicate the Michigan game? You think they can run the ball well enough to play keep away to beat Ohio State?
I do. I do. I didn't mean to go ahead and Coach Sean, but I do. When you're playing in a national championship game of that caliber, you pull out all the stops, but you also have to play smart and play to their. You appeal to their weakness. Michigan kept their offense off the field, and I think that's how you beat them. Now, will they do it or not? That remains to be seen. But can they? To answer your question, sure they can. Sure they can. They have Notre Dame have the running backs to do that. And it keeps them off balance. But the question is, will they do it? I don't know, but they can.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I don't know, man. I think Michigan passed the ball for less than 100 yards that game. I don't know if Notre Dame can replicate that. And I don't see a path for them winning, passing the ball for 60, 70 yards. I think they got a defense that can definitely put up a fight, but I just don't know if they can run the ball that well on this defense to play keep away to that extent. When you hold them to like 10 points. I don't know if that's realistic to expect from them.
Yeah, that sounds like a stretch for real.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting though.
38-23.
Yeah, because I see that Nick and them got Nick got up there 38-23.
You think they scored 38 points against Notre Dame?
I don't.
Remember, I said 30. I said 36.
Like I said,
they can.
It all depends if Notre Dame want to play that pace, play their game. If they play their game, they will.
If they don't bracket Jeremiah Smith, they may have to play that game. They better that's the only way to stop that kid, man. To me,
I think if they score 38 points, some of that is defensive.
Exactly.
I think it's a defensive touchdown in there somewhere.
JB says Notre Dame is going to slow the game down. Notre Dame can't allow Ohio State to have big plays. I agree, but the thing is, how do you slow them? Like,
it's easier said than done.
Yeah, how do you go about doing that? Thank you, Bishop. Roll Tide to me, and much love to the Oklahoma Sooners, Bishop. Much love to you, brother. The crazy thing about this game to me, man, is if you let Ohio State get some cheap touchdowns, they could actually blow Notre Dame out if you ain't careful.
Facts.
If you let them get some cheap, you go out there, throw a pick or something, you let them get a cheap 7 or 10 points. You look up, man, it's 28-14 if you ain't careful.
Yep.
Texas gave you the blueprint, right? Everybody's not, I don't want to say Michigan gave you the blueprint because Michigan is so deficient. They just do what they do well. You really can't take that blueprint because nobody else is going to go out and throw for 90 yards passing and still be in the damn game, right?
Right.
That's just unrealistic. Texas gave you the blueprint. Bracket Jeremiah, pressure from all different directions. Will is not going to sit back there and just pick you apart. He'll take what you give him. He'll take off running when he have to, right? Texas gave you the blueprint how to beat them. Be physical with everybody else. Running game, their running backs will get some yards here or there. But as long as you can score a few points, you can be in the game with them. Texas gave you the blueprint how to beat them. Long as you don't come out there like Oregon and beat your chest and say, this is what we do, and we ain't straying from it. Oregon tried that. We're going to play man. We played man all year, and you see how that worked out. Right. You was getting lashes to your asses. So I think you bracket Jeremiah and play your game. Mix it up at least on the defense. You ain't got to play the whole game, but mix it up, I believe. And, and a couple of prayers might help. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's about the only way. And we all Bama fans and Auburn fans, but we love college football. We just love college football. We love to watch it. And that's the love in it.
Cuss them out.
I think you just pick on Will Howard, man. You make him make multiple reads. That first read should be a no-go for him. He should have to get to his second and third read. Make him play quarterback, and you can realistically win this game. But the same is said for Riley Leonard. They're going to do that to Riley Leonard. They're going to make him play quarterback. So, yeah.
If Notre Dame, I'm sorry. Real quick, if Notre Dame had a Georgia game plan, squeeze them, slow the game down, put pressure on the quarterback, make the quarterback beat you, they'll have an opportunity. Georgia just didn't have. Remember this now. That style defense in Notre Dame played, Georgia had wide receivers open all game. They just was dropping the ball. Georgia actually probably left 14 points on the field, man. I mean, receivers was running wide open, the ball was hitting them in the hands, and they was dropping it. Yeah. So you really can't play Jeremiah Smith like that to me. You got to do something special to take that kid away because he had a bad game. They're going to try to go to him. They have no choice, right? So it's going to be interesting.
One thing I was going to say, Coach, and that's this here. When you talked about Will Howard and making him go through his reads and everything, one of the things that I've noticed that whenever you make him go through reads, he gets the happy feet, and that's when the defenses collapse in on him, and it's easy to sack him. Then you can get to him, but you have to take those reads away from him, especially because he's gonna target Jeremiah. That's his. I mean, he's gonna go there. He looks for him, this, that, and the third, and then the other receivers are just second and third reads. But if the defense plays and creates a lot of pressure on him and everything, he stands back there, and those reads don't become open for him in a timely fashion, he gets happy feet, and he try to run, and you can collapse in on him. That throws him off a lot. I've noticed that throw him off. So if Notre Dame can get some immediate pressure coming from their D line, could be, like I said, a long night for Ohio State. I don't want to see them win, but I just think they have too much talent.
Ohio State line is not. They struggled all season, to be quite frank.
Yeah.
Since Seth went out. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's right. And I forgot about that part. So we could see it. I hope it does, but I think that $20 million, whatever they did, and all that cheating they probably did to get them, I don't give them no credit, man.
Whose game planning do you trust more with 2 weeks to prepare?
All I know is
Chip Kelly on one side.
He in his bag. Yeah. Chip Kelly is in his bag.
Yeah, man.
And when he's on, he's on.
Yep. Yeah, Chip. And you know what? And the best thing that happened for Chip Kelly was leaving UCLA to come to Ohio State to be the OC there. That was the best thing that happened to him. But the best thing that happened for Ohio State is bringing Chip Kelly there, because me personally, if they would not have had Chip Kelly there this year, Ohio State would had that with that same OC they had last year. No, they would not be here this year. No, sir. So he was a quote unquote, he was a godsend. So Chip Kelly is I trust his blueprint right now.
Do you see how Chip Kelly don't mind moving the pocket on third down? Do you see how Chip Kelly always has got a check down for Will Howard to throw to? Do you see how Chip Kelly don't mind running meshes and crosses on third down? Even on the early down, we don't do that at Bama. We don't do that at Bama. We want to run third down, 3rd and 3, and we got 4 verticals going, you know, and we mad when Jalen ain't got nobody to throw the ball to. He gets sacked, right? So they understand where their weaknesses are on the offensive line, and they'll roll away from that tackle. You know, they get it. You know, and he's just a good offensive coordinator, man. And that,
he is. I had to give him credit because, like I said before, like a lot of people, when we say Chip Kelly, they think of what he put on the field at Oregon and the style of offense he put. That offense has evolved so much. You can tell he's taken his time in NFL. He's seen what doesn't work, you know, and now what you see him put on the field at Ohio State is what works. Like you said, he's got check downs built in. He moves the pocket when his quarterback's in trouble. He does the little things. You can tell he's been a journeyman. And he's learned a lot at all these stops, and he's implementing that with, you know, you put elite talent behind that and national championship. Here you are. You're in the big game.
Well, dude, let me make sure I get my prediction before I end up forgetting. But I literally said Ohio State day one before it was even one snap of football even played, just because of everybody they assembled. And the only question I had was Will Howard. And this is the last game. I'm still going Ohio State just because everybody who they assemble and they playing hot at the right time. Everybody, like, everything is just clicking at the right time for them. I just believe it was their year from day one with Ryan Day, with his bat to the wall, with Lou Holtz talking crazy to him about his team, which I got a lot to say about Lou Holtz, but I'm gonna leave it alone tonight. But I just got Ryan Day and them winning 35-21. But who I want to win is not who's gonna win. That I really want I forget my boy name just that quick. Marcus Freeman. I really want Marcus Freeman to win bad. Just so like history can be made, and to a lot of, how can I say this? A lot of people that's not comfortable with these type of conversations on Twitter that keep bringing them up. I ain't gonna say no names, but a particular group that has a problem with anytime you bringing up a race, even though it has never happened in the sports history. And I hope it happens so it can really, really bother them.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to leave it right there for right now, because don't let Marcus Freeman win. I'm telling you. I'm promise you, I'm going to post every last one of them that's pissed off about it on Twitter. So y'all stay tuned to that. But I really want Marcus Freeman to win. I absolutely hate Notre Dame with a passion. I hate Notre Dame. I don't care about Notre Dame. I'm really just looking at Notre Dame as Marcus Freeman's team. That is it. That's the only way I look at them. That's Marcus Freeman's team.
Brinsky, if you get a chance when you get done, look at the white question. That's actually a good question.
Oh, my fault.
Wait, man, Coach Carl, is that true? It's gonna be on MLK Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. We going with Marcus Freeman on this. Yeah, he can't lose on MLK Day. But he can.
He can, but that'll be the finest thing ever.
Man, come
He
on.
can.
It's got
now I'm going to tell you what. If he pulls that off, that's going to be the biggest conspiracy theory ever coming to mankind. That other side going to say that. I'm telling you now, they're going to conspiracy that they let him win because of MLK Day. I'm telling you. But
hey, conspiracy still get you a trophy.
Well,
ain't that an inauguration too?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's Monday gonna be a busy day, man.
Now you got an inauguration, MLK Day, and the national championship. Jeez.
Speaking of MLK Day, I think I'm going to the parade in Biloxi. No, I'm going to the Battle of the Bands on MLK Day. Jackson State versus Alcorn in the Battle of the Bands. Oh yeah,
that's what's up. Okay,
yeah, I'm going. Yeah. I'm gonna be there.
Coach Al, what y'all gonna do, boy? Valley coming. You said Alcorn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Valley's going to be at the inauguration. So it was supposed to be in Valley and Jackson State, but because Valley's going to the inauguration, it's going to be Jackson State and Alcorn. Right. You know.
That's what's up.
And I'm about to be a little messy real quick. Just a little messy because I was just like, man, I don't know. I think I saved it. No, I ain't even save it for myself.
Coach Al, the Sonic Boom gonna show.
Yeah. I seen this and I was like, God damn, what y'all just going after her tonight, boy.
They at you, girl. It's their profile. They at you, man.
And then I was like, man, you got all the brothers coming at you. And then JB come back with this one. Because they know.
That's right.
Sharpshooters matchmaking service is going down.
Thanks, book them and book them for you.
Well, you know what? I'd like to see them getting that attention like that because let me be quiet.
She said I deleted Twitter.
Sound to me like KT, you might have to put it back up there, sister.
Twitter, Instagram, you gotta put up something. The brothers trying to find you, man. We here to set you up, man. We here to find you a husband. Good man. He's a good man, Savannah.
That's right. Because look at him. You don't need no zeros in your life except for on a paycheck.
Matter of fact, go ahead and put it out there, everybody in the chat. If you want to find you somebody, come to Sharpshooters Podcast in the comments. We'll get you hit. We're
gonna get you hooked up.
Time.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
we can't miss.
He said,
well, there it is.
You got to put it in the chat for the people. I'm trying to help you.
We're trying to help you now.
You got to put your Instagram and all that in there so folks can. I'm make sure they follow you so they can follow you. We here to help.
Drop the link.
We here to help and not to hinder. We ain't blocking nobody.
Nobody. So if she wants you now, now this is a disclaimer for all the brothers. If she's just say if you try to go in that DM, and she say nah, you just gotta take your L now. Right. You gotta take your L.
Facts.
But if she say maybe, just keep trying.
We can lead a horse to water. We can't make him drink. You got the game is sold separately. You got to bring that yourself.
Okay, Kimberly. Kimberly say I got a boyfriend. I met on Facebook. All right, Kimberly.
That's all the motivation right there. That's all the motivation.
Here you, Kimberly. That's my sister there, boy. Shout out to Kimberly Armour. Oh, there it is. Shots fired.
There you go. Hey, KT, I need to know this by the next episode. I need to know what's the DMs flowing. Were they coming after you? Were they trying to fight over you? Shooter, hey.
You need to just come up here. Come here.
Let me see. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? Be sharp. I'm gonna have to have me a live and I have all us on my line. And that night we gonna dedicate it to all the lovers in the house.
Look, Dwight say, hold up, what's going on? What the hell going on?
Dwight, we got some work to do, player.
They stepping in the name of love in the comments.
Hey man, brother, shoot they shot at her all night, man. I just
all night long.
I'm like, man, we talking about the games. Y'all over here talking about, oh, I like that smile and all that. We just talking about the game, man. We just talking about the game.
Oh, this
man trying
hey, bro, because Valentine's Day coming up. I don't blame you, player. Come on.
Hey.
It's about that time.
Just don't get. Hey, but wait a minute. I'm gonna say this now. Now look here. This for all the ladies in the house. If all of a sudden your man coming with some flowers and he ain't never come with them before, go check the nearest cemetery and see who had a funeral. Because I guarantee you, he went to the cemetery and got them flowers. He ain't went to no flowers.
Oh no, man just can't buy no flowers, man. I told you, man, we here to bring together here, man. And she can, she said, I require a passport and a full-time job. Hey, Dad.
Blame me. Yeah.
Hey, I can live with that. I can live with that.
Gotta have
KT. Got to. And put a lot. Wait a minute. And put a lot of emphasis on that full-time job.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's
and full-time.
It just.
And wait a minute.
Usually it'd be a paragraph of requirements.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute, Ted. I got to throw this in there. And a full-time job don't constitute being a content creator. Get your end up and go to work and punch the clock.
Now, unless you like, some of you guys making this money now. Don't get it twisted now.
Wait a minute. Most of the cats I know ain't got it like that on here. You got to get up and go to work.
You right.
Now, I know some wannabes.
No drug habits.
Let me be quiet, man.
We'll talk about it offline.
Hey, we gonna have to write this down now. You got passport, full-time job, no drug.
And no drug habits. That's right, KT. We don't need no crackheads in the house.
I'm about to say. All right, man. Don't have a long list. I'm about to say. I give you the basics to some of the guys I know, man. They good people. They got a good job. They got all their teeth. That's a starter kit.
Right.
They got all the teeth. So I don't know what to tell you, man. Now, if you need an 8-pack, he's 6'4". He a drug dealer. He love his mama. He a shooter. He reads poetry. He got his PhD. Now I'm like, man, you can't build a dude, man. These type of dudes don't exist. He go to church every Sunday. He drive a nice car. He got 12 guns, no kids. I'm like,
no kids. Well, guns, no kids. What did he do? Shoot?
Wait. Brisky said he got 12 guns, no kids.
And no kids.
No kids. 12 guns. Hey, we caught Miss Janet off guard. She don't know what's going on.
Janet.
It's like, what?
Man, my good brother OT in the building, man.
What's up?
One of the most, and the crazy thing about it, man, we talking about relationships. These brothers, shout out the whole crew season, man. One of the most popular guys, crew. They got some of the best advice. Yeah. Shout out to Kenny, shout out to Trill, shout out to OT, shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all doing a damn thing, man. I wish I was still on YouTube like y'all used to, but man, y'all doing a damn thing. But except your Cowboys. I had to throw them shots, but he'll be on here soon. And always, Miss Janet. We love
Miss Janet.
We love Miss Janet. And
we getting people hitched, Miss Janet.
We getting people hitched. We're trying
to get KT hitched on up. She's free now.
That was it. Oh no, KT. Was that the Twitter or the Instagram before I leave it alone, man? Was that the Twitter or the Instagram? So I can make sure where the brothers going. They type in that, they're going somewhere else. But Said Princess sound like a pastor for prison. No, man. No, man. If you ever hear some of the lists that the girls be having, man, I'd be like, bro,
It'd be a lot.
where you gonna find this man from? I said, I see why some of y'all singing, man. It ain't you're not gonna find that type of dude. And she said, that's the Instagram. There you go. But
look at Susan. Look at Susan. Said, if it work for KT, send me next, bro.
Hey, we own this.
That's my sister.
We own something.
We own the something tonight.
OT. Hey, brothers, you see what you did? Y'all brothers started. Y'all brothers made it big. Hey, man, we're gonna make it on sports and we're gonna make it on love. We doing it all, man. Jack of all trades. We started it off.
Y'all hilarious,
man.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Now, hey, Susan, now you know me. I'll put it on out there now.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're hooking them up.
Tell a friend. We're hooking them up. Just in time for Valentine's Day.
For $25.95, we'll find you the perfect man that you want of your dreams.
Call us up and tell us what you want.
And you got to invite us all. You got to invite us all to speak at the wedding.
And they said, Jesus on the main line. Tell them
what you want.
We here to help you. And our motto: He may not be there when you want him, but he'll be there right on time.
Always on time.
Always. And the line is never busy.
Man, I appreciate y'all coming on the show, man. Good laughs as always. Hold on. Man, she is just showing out tonight. She is just showing out tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Since she got a nice dress to wear, hey, brother, you got a nice suit you want to put on? Come on, show yourself now. Shoot your shot now. We need to hear from you.
That's what I'm saying, man. Trying to get
shine your shoes, everything, man. Don't come in half stepping. That's my sister.
I'm gonna go through the comments when the show is over with, and I'm rating everybody game. Next episode, we go rate your game 1 through 10.
Hey, hold on, before we get off, did you see that Carlos Miller with Takara?
Yeah, I saw that.
That is masterclass game right there. I'm gonna have to send you that, Coach Sean. Them boys, 85 South. Man, that was just top tier master game right there. I was like,
boy, send it to me. Send it to me.
That boy wasn't missing, bro. She didn't know how to take it. She thought like, oh, okay, and she was loving it too, boy.
Send it to me.
Takara.
It's hilarious, man.
Oh man, I have not laughed so hard in something in a minute, man. But appreciate everybody coming on tonight, man. Y'all showed major love as always. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this, man. What you know about the car, man? What you know about the car?
Coach
OG started. Yeah, got the OG started. Yeah.
What you know about the car, man?
It's something else.
I love to see Coach Al get spun up right quick. Go on, get spun up, Coach Al.
Oh my God. Man.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, everybody appreciate y'all coming on here tonight. And we're just gonna go around the round table. And she a radio host. I didn't even know what Takara was doing for a long time. I know she was a model for the longest.
Right.
But everybody just shout out y'all channel and we'll get up out of here. We're gonna start with you, Piano Man.
Man, I'm so glad to be here. But before I do this, hey, like I gotta shout my family out: Gil, Carla, Susan, JB, Gary, Dwight, KT, and Bino. They're my folks, those my peeps. I love them. And don't forget my homegirl Kimberly. Hey, I love my family and I thank them for coming on tonight. And they all about family. But you can find me at the Long Run with Piano Man on YouTube. Listen, I am 29 subscribers away from having 100 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I want to try to get 100, but if you don't, I understand. But you can also find me at Music and Sports Guy on Twitter, and I'll be over there with B Sharp sometime. trying to keep the folks under control because he be stirring up a hornet's nest over there. But I understand. But but I understand. But music and sports guy on Twitter, The Long Run with Piano Man on YouTube. Check me out. We're gonna have another live real soon, and we're gonna do a panel discussion. But that night we're gonna dedicate it to all the lovers in the house. We want you to hook up before Valentine's Day. All right. Thank you.
Oh man. What's happening, man? Man, it's a fun episode. Great takes by everybody. Got some love connections going on in the comments. It's first time I ever seen this. You know, we're doing our work here. You can catch me at Proto Imagery on all platforms or my website. Oh, yeah.
Your mic went out.
My bad. Or my website, www.frodoimagery.com. And also, I got a Twitter. Now, I have to tell y'all there's nothing on there. Absolutely nothing. No picture, no background, no nothing. But Brinsky kept pressuring me about getting the Twitter, so I got one. He's literally my only follower right now.
What is it? What is it, Ted?
Yeah, y'all can follow me on Twitter. It's code name Tez. So CODENAMETEZ on Twitter. I promise I'll start posting stuff on there, and I'll probably be posting stuff that everybody disagrees.
And you leave start by putting a picture up there, man. God, dog,
I will do that.
That is
I'll
the
do
most
that
basic thing to do. I looked at it, man. I was like, bro, if you just follow me, I was like, bro, I'm not following you, bro. I don't even know who you.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to do that, man. I'll put a picture up there tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah,
hold up, Tez. Hold on for y'all. Keep going. Code name. Is it just a blank? Hold up.
Yeah, I told you it's no. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah,
Ted,
put a picture up there.
I just did it the other day, man.
Okay,
it's baby steps, man. Baby steps,
man. Putting up a picture is the most simplest thing up.
This is Dwight said.
I'm your number 2 follower. I just follow code name Ted.
I'll be on there in a minute.
I'm about to add a picture.
Man, right listen. Big shout out to my brother Gil Cruz, man. Love seeing Gilbert. You know, I'm not used to seeing him as Gilbert. I'm used to seeing him as Gil. That's my broski, man. Much love and prayers for my brother Gil. Prayers for my girl Janet. Man, prayers for my girl Jenny, who I met at A-Day. My broski Rob, Patriot Life. We all kicked it at A-Day, man.
Yeah.
You know, Jenny's going through some stuff, man. Janet went through some stuff. My brother Gil, prayers for all. Me and my family pray for them for sure. What good is brethren if you can't pray for them to be well, man?
Fact.
You know, you'll never catch me. You know, I don't hate on what nobody else do. You know, I ain't here to if I can be so bold, but I got to be honest, man. The truth is in the details, man. What you eat don't make me shh, and hopefully what I eat don't make you shh. So I wouldn't even waste a time worrying about nothing nobody say if they ain't invading my space in real life. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to show love to them. They've been with me since we was on Kyle channel. You know, shout out to Kyle and what he doing. You know, I always show love to them, man. And pretty much everybody, bro. Much love to all those people, man, because they've always rocked with me. You know, I don't get a chance to be on here like as much as I like. You know how it go when you got that full time going, you know what I'm saying? But much love to my broski Ty Hayes. Y'all keep Ty prayed up, man. He back in his element doing big things. And you know, he hop on when he can, man. Much love to Ty. Keep him and his endeavors prayed up. My brother Coach Jay, always doing big things. My brother Coach Carl, who in the chat, and my OG brother Coach Al, who in the chat too. Keep all them brothers prayed up. Tap in with all their channels. They all doing big things. Everybody on this panel, Brinsky, Piano Man, Tez. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to DeHaven. Shout out to Jason from Hall of Fame Sports. Coach I over there at Fanatic Sports. All these channels, y'all gonna find like-minded individuals who about football. They ain't about tearing nobody down, bro. They ain't about talking crazy and all that ridiculousness, and they ain't pulling up on nobody. They ain't doing none of that stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? So much love to them, man. These dudes keep me grounded, and they the only reason why I come on here to, talk football and vent when we lose, and we're gonna love on our players, but we're gonna put belts to their asses when they lose, in a respectable manner. Coach Al got, he always, Coach Al got the NFZ, negative free zone. That has really helped me learn this social media endeavor that I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Ain't been a full year for me yet, you know what I mean, as far as my own stuff. So much love to these guys, man, because Coach Sean still is a work in progress. He might be talking crazy on Twitter. I be want to threaten him, I smack your damn lips off, man. I know who you talking to, bro. I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? So I'm realizing these people with no faces, I got to stop arguing with them. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So I'm learning, bro. Much love to KT. Love KT, Susan, Nicole, Janet. Everybody tap in, man. I speak for all of us. We really appreciate y'all, man. We have a good time. And you can definitely find me at JMHO, Just My Humble Opinion Sports Talk, man. You know what I'm saying? That's on Twitter and YouTube. Tap in with these brothers, man. They really, really, really good. And much love, just like Coach Carr said. Wherever my brother Jake Merrill is, much love to my brother Jake, man.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Jake to pop back up any day now. And, brother, dude, I've been here, dude. With that Cali swag, that West Coast Washington swag. Much love to my brother Jake, wherever he is, man. We're gonna always have a spot for you right here next to us, man. Just holler back at us. All my brothers, tap in with them and roll tide to you all, man.
Oh yeah, man. And oh yeah, man, that's finally I'm Brinsky Sharp. Y'all can always catch me here at the Sharpshooters Podcast. Every Tuesday. Gonna probably get on here more, talk NBA. I'm probably dedicate a night to like NBA or something like that. A week, maybe twice a week. I don't know yet. But of course, it's a B_Sharp. That's my Twitter. And on Instagram is B_Sharp5 on Instagram. But man, appreciate everybody from Coach Sean, Piano Man, Tez, Jake, Coach Carl, Coach Al, Ty. That's what I said, man. We like the Wu-Tang Clan for real. The Haven, Arlon, Quint, Jason. I'm surprised Jason ain't up here tonight causing chaos. Thank God. But
thank God he not another Ravens fan. Thank God I ain't got.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot, man. I'm really surprised he ain't up here. So yeah, that's really surprising. But man, yeah. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man. I just put the link in there. I put Coach Sean link in there. Y'all just hit the subscribe button. I'm only 14 subscribers away from 700, so definitely appreciate y'all that. So before next week, the goal is to be at 700. So y'all made that happen for your boy. And one of the guys that I happened to mention, he's not up here as much as he wants to, but it's a great reason why he's not up. And I hinted at it earlier, and I've known this for about a month, but it became official on Monday. This guy right here, the Haven Moore, has officially signed with the Atlanta Braves with the distribution center manager. So he's big time. He up there with the execs. My boy is one of his dreams to work. He's from Houston, and he wanted to do this with his team, the Astros, and it didn't work out for him 7 years ago. And look how God helped him out, man. Years later, and now he signed with the Atlanta Braves, doing something that he loved to do, and you can tell by the smile. So if you definitely in Atlanta, my boy would definitely look out for you. I can tell you, but you already know he gonna look out for his boy always. You know he loves some Outcast, so
yeah,
I made sure I got that Atlanta Braves official Outcast bobblehead. So it's only more. I'm praying that my brother keep doing big things.
Facts.
And especially with him working with the Atlanta Hawks too, but he loves the Braves. So definitely shout out to him. Shout out to all the HBCUs except Alabama State. Just want to throw a shout at Alabama State.
Facts.
Jackson State, Miles, Spelman, Morehouse, Howard, any one of them, Virginia State, any FAM, A&M, Perryview. Like I said, I want to see how long can I go before TC. I was gonna keep going. Tennessee State, okay. Alabama State. There we go. I just had to show them some love. The little brothers of Alabama. The little brothers. But appreciate y'all, man, and all y'all support. Like I said,
Brisky,
man.
Before you get out of here, look at Anthony asked, we read his question right before you get out of here.
Where is it? My fault.
I think it's building. I think they start with building the back end. Anthony Monsanto.
Oh, okay, my fault. There we go.
Anthony says building the back end and the linebackers first, then your defensive line, or still building inside out, building the trenches. First the linebackers, then the DBs. I think you are, in my humble opinion, really quickly, Anthony, I think you always build inside out. You know, you can find, obviously edge rushes are a premium, and we got several of them that's going to be very good, man. Noah Carter, Justin Hill, Yanze Pierre. We got several edge rushers that's going to be dogs. But I think you build inside out, because the inside, you just can't find them, bro. Quentin Williams ain't growing on trees, bro. They're not growing on trees. Will Anderson's, you can find some of them, believe it or not. You can find some good edge rushers every year. You cannot find. Name me the last Quentin we've had. Quentin.
He said you need to read the first.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Panel, if you guys were head coaches and your recruiting being both college and the pros is moving towards being more pass focused, would you guys rather build outside in? Not me. Yeah, I just never want to build outside in, because if you don't have those thickets inside, it ain't gonna even matter what you have outside, bro. You can live with a outside, but you got to have them dogs in there in this inside. I don't care which side of the ball you talking about. Without that's the God honest truth. Just my humble opinion.
Yeah, I know on defense, the defensive line can affect the game much faster than your secondary can. Then for that reason alone, you want to. I think you want to build it from the inside outside first, because a good defensive line, a good front seven can make a secondary look pretty good.
Name a national championship, Tez, that didn't have those dogs on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Game records.
It's much harder to go the other way. It's much harder for a good secondary to make a defensive line look good, if that makes sense. They just run the ball. So you want those.
See, Gill, inside out, always facts, man.
Yeah.
Look at the Georgias, Clemson's, Bama's, old Florida States, old Miami's. They always had them killers in the middle up front.
6'5", 285 don't grow on trees either. So if you get a chance to get those guys, you get them.
That can move. Yeah, man. That's rare.
That's why you see them guys when they go to the NFL, they just be straight dogs.
See Coach Carl, trenches, Coach Al.
Yeah,
you gotta have them kind of guys, man.
You got to have them. You gotta have them.
That's the difference between like Prime said it best when he was at Jackson State. He said that was the difference. Pretty much the skill players are the skill players, but where you get the different players is in them trenches. That you can tell the ones that's D1 and HBCU.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You may have. I played with one, Robert Mathis. You got some. You got some dogs in HBC. It's just you don't have them in abundance like that. You don't have them in abundance. For every Robert, the next guy, Frank Kurtz was straight, but Robert was different. Robert had 24 sacks in 9 games. Nobody in HBCU could block him. Nobody. Robert at that time was maybe 6'2", 230. But coming off the edge, and you see what he did in Indianapolis Colts, him and Dwight Freeney for years.
Oh, yeah.
Robert was a straight dog. Nobody could. This dude used to wreck practice so bad. You couldn't even like. Can y'all block him? We run the same play over and over and over because nobody could block this dude. Nobody.
The Hall of Fame waiting on him too.
Yeah.
He ain't no Hall of Fame player for no reason. And I didn't even know 24 sacks in 9 games is crazy.
It's a whole
It's crazy. That means you are just unstoppable. That's why whoever was his scout, I pray to God that brother has a high road in somebody's front office.
I take it really quickly. We played in Indianapolis, and they was coming to see somebody else, and just been like, "Who is that?" It's one of them moments. They wouldn't even come to see Robert, and they seen him, and nobody could block this dude, bro. And hence the legend.
Yeah, look at that, man. He knew what he was doing that day, and man, shout out to him, man. I never knew that, so that's dope.
Facts, Coach Al.
Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah, man, we used to play in that too, Tez. Yeah. I forgot who we played up there. I think we played Central.
Yeah,
I think last time we played. I think that was the one that Sterling Sharp and them used to call. I think that's when BET used to have the games up there. BET just slapped on that, man. That was a market they could have just tapped into, and folks would have went in on that. But appreciate y'all, man, for coming on. Appreciate everybody in the chat. We're gonna find out next week. We're gonna find out next week if KT found love. Found love in the DMs. And y'all already know. And Miss Janet just reminded me. This is why I love you so much, Miss Janet. This is why I love you so much. You just had to remind me. You already know. Ted's right there with that ugly hat on. Just had to let me know.
Number one in the country.
Yep, number one in the country. But the only thing that matters at the end of the day is winning it all.
That's true.
But I just want, like I always said, man, rest in peace to the GOAT and his children, Alabama, and his son, Bear Bryant. Good man, rest in power, my brother. And as always, roll damn tide. Hey.